everybody, this is Dave Fry, ETF Digest with an ETF in focus. Actually two. One being the Qs, QQQ, which we're looking at here on a weekly chart, and the other being QQEW, which is the Equal Weight ETF of the Qs. First is this weekly chart of the Qs, QQQ, and you can see we're down a little bit today. And why is that? Well, because of the heavy weighting in Apple. It can work for you and it can work against you. In this case, we're long actually both QQQ and QQEW. On the one hand, with the Qs, it's heavily weighted by Apple, and of course it can work for you or against you in that regard. Here, we're more in a trading position with the heavyweight Qs, but with the equal weight, we're more in the core position in our semi-lazy portfolios, giving us exposure to tech. So now, today, on this weekly chart, we're seeing a live quote. However, you can see that we are falling back on the Qs because of the poor outcome of Apple Computer, which can range between 15 to 20% of weighting in the Qs. This chart, like QQEW, which we'll look at in a moment, is annotated by an MACD histogram moving average, which is still rising, a 5-period moving average, a 10-period moving average, a money flow ETF, and our proprietary high-low indicator, which we're not seeing any at this time because it's not registering yet. Now here, for this day anyway, because of the equal weight, here is QQEW, which is the equal weight of the Nasdaq 100. And you can see unfazed by what's happening with Apple Computer. We choose to use this in our semi-lazy core equity sector of our portfolio because we want to be exposed to tech. At the same time, we don't want to be whipped around by Apple Computer or any other stock for that matter. We also have with this ETF and on a weekly chart the same basic indicators, including an RSI, which you can see is a little overbought, and the MACD histogram moving average and money flow, and our proprietary high-low indicator, which did not complete on the last look in May, even though it declined. So the obvious important information here is that QQEW, the equal weight, is unfazed by what's going on with Apple Computer because of the equal weight. So we choose to use it on a long-term basis, exposed to technology, but not overwhelmed by what may happen negatively with Apple and possibly miss out on some performance should Apple increase in price and so forth. All right, that'll do it for this broadcast. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you this afternoon with Dave's Daily. And if you're interested in what we're doing in this regard, you can take a free trial at etfdigest.com.